Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is going to be my third game. So, in the bottom right of Akilion Wastes, we do have the owner of the replay pack. It's going to be Hellokitty as our red Protoss. And in the top left, we're going to have the awesome and ever infamous TSLPolt as our blue Terran. So, TVP, I was told by Akilion that this was probably the favorite game of hers or his, whoever they are, from the replay pack. So, I hope that this is going to be in fact a good game and that they weren't just saying that because they came out on top. But I did talk to them a little bit, and it did sound like most of the games, actually, it was pretty much 50-50 from the replay pack as far as wins and losses. They weren't necessarily putting up there to brag about, oh, I beat this great player, blah, blah, blah. No, it was more, hey, these are some sick games. Really hope that someone will learn something from them and even possibly be able to cast them. And yeah, speaking of casts, feel free to check me out at any of the links where the control groups would be located just above this center structure right here at SGCWE for pretty much everything. If it's not that, it is a /SGCWE. So yeah, check me out. Let me know how the casts are. Let me know if you like them. Would really love some feedback, guys. It's just going to help me progress my casting in general, and I just want to bring top quality games to you guys, as I know I watch a ton of StarCraft, and I really do enjoy when games are cast quite well, especially from people like Caldor, Wolf, and let's not forget, and a very good but fairly low-key, I would say, caster, Maddles, also known as ST2 England. He is a great caster, has been doing it for quite a while, is currently casting also the ESET UK Masters with Jorsar. Another great tournament, $15,000 prize pool, pack, or, not pack, jeez, listen to me, $15,000 prize pool, euros, I do believe, for the I-64 tournament. Going to be one of the first HOTS tournaments. But anyways, Reaper coming out of TSLPolt, very, very cool. No, these are not your typical Reapers, though. Not very strong. A little bit faster. They do have out-of-combat health regeneration, which makes them sick to play with. Even as they're, in fact, fighting, if they're not the ones losing health, they do, in fact, gain it back, which is very, very cool. We do see a reactor now coming out, so more than likely going to be 4 Marauders. We shall see. Going to probably see this guy just try and do some damage, maybe to the Zealot. A little bit of kiting here from Polt, I'm sure, as his micro is, well, sick, nasty. This is an extremely good player, as I have said before. I believe I actually saw him live for the first time at MLG Columbus back in early 2012. That was such a good time. As we can see, that health regeneration coming down. Look at how quickly those hit points go up. It does look like we're going to see Kitty with some sort of push. Not quite sure what just yet. We do in fact see Stim going down. So, Marines coming out. Bunker already down, quick expansion as well as an expansion down for Kitty, just making sure that there's no proxy bunkers placed anywhere. Stargate opening. Stargate can be very strong. I've been playing random a lot in Heart of the Swarm, just to, you know, really get my bearings with all 3 of the races. Check out the new units, just see what they're all about. Nice little mothership for her ass. Already picked off a worker, and hell, you know, if it's for free, not bad. Does deny some mining time as well, so you can't complain about that. eBay coming down, so this does symbolize that more than likely we are just going to be seeing a strictly bio-centric play. Coming down from Polt. That poor Reaper does get picked off, and I'm not sure. Did see the Stargate. Okay, that's very important. And actually, if you take a look, you can see what type of unit that is. And it is, in fact, an Oracle. Did this mothership get another kill? No, it did not. Very close, though. Turret coming down, and a missile turret cannot, in fact, defeat an Oracle one-on-one. But, if you instantly pull your SCVs and start repairing it, easy peasy, no problemo. Oracle is going to be coming up and try and do some harass. Not good. That was shut down pretty handily. And as we can see from Kitty, not happy with the results there. I'm not even sure that Polt noticed, to be honest. His missile turret just pretty much did whatever it wanted and killed that very quickly. Mothership core just chilling out in the middle. One kill. Still, you know, 2 kills and a cancel. Don't know if it's really paid for itself. Would like to maybe see it go over here and try and kill off a supply depot or something like that. Does cause a little bit of lost mining time, but not that much damage. I do think the Oracles are really being figured out now in Heart of the Swarm, as we can see. You place a missile turret down, you place a cannon down, and as long as you can kind of repair that, should be fine. Now switching into Robotech, though, in a robotics bay. Does know that it's pretty much bio only coming out, and pretty sizable force at that. Don't think there's going to be enough force fields here, as they are 50 energy apiece, so we are only going to have 3. Should be enough to hold them off, maybe even split the army if Hellokitty is lucky enough, but with Photon Overcharge on this Nexus, it does a crazy amount of damage. And it does, in fact, 20 damage a shot, so pretty good. It's kind of a slow attack, so it's not, like, crazy good, but it lasts for 60 seconds. Can't complain about that. Immortal out. +1 ground armor as well. And going to be splitting that army up. Nice engagement so far. Pulling it back into the Photon Overcharge. We do see Time Warp not allowing them to fight. The mothership does go down, and Polt is going to have to evacuate, but did do a pretty good amount of damage. This Immortal almost fell. Oops, sorry about that. As well as this Stalker does lose the mothership core, so not good. Third base coming down already for Polt. Very aggressive expanding so far. Observer just checking out what's going on. Typically you'll see people take this third, knock down these rocks, and that way you really only have to worry about, well, right here. To be honest, you can make sure that you have vision of these rocks if they're taking damage, and yeah, you'll be good. Concussive shell coming down as well as +1 armor. Extended thermal lance, +1 armor as well for the Protoss player. Going to be taking out these destructible rocks. This Oracle does in fact delay this quite a bit, getting quite a few kills, already up at 6. And oh no, Oracle, don't lose yourself already. The old scouting factory. Factories still really not utilized in this matchup, as mech play is, well, I'm just going to say pretty much garbage. Immortals, hard counter, absolutely everything that could possibly come out of a factory besides Battle Hellions, and then you just switch into Colossus because they're biological and they get roasted. So it's really hard to play mech still in Heart of the Swarm. Quite frustrating because we did see things like the Warhound at one point out, but it ended up being axed due to the fact that it was so strong. But it's very similar to the Immortal and basically a mech Marauder, but well, we'll have to see if fix comes for that. Nice engagement, nice Time Warp coming out of Kitty and forcing the stim away as well, getting a couple units there. Polt macroing fairly well here. Now going to choose to get out some starports here. Really going to be going for some aggressive Medvac Viking play. Make sure that these Colossus don't get into a crazy number. This Bioforce is going to be seen. Oh no, and now you don't have to worry about this third getting taken out. Would like to see these rocks possibly get killed off, but eh. Another important note is in fact this Ignite Afterburners. Very cool, but hold on just a second. We do have a drop coming down in the main of Kitty, and these guys are going to start doing a ton of damage. We do see the units being split up. And are one of these Colossi going to fall? Kitty might throw them back. No, does not need to. And we do see Ignite Afterburners used just to make sure that those Medvacs get out of there in a safe and timely manner. Very cool upgrade. Do love it. 2-2 coming out for the Terran player, as well as charge and +2 ground armor. Would like to see +2 weapons being researched first, but even +3 weapons, to be honest. But +2 weapons does come down now at the other forge, so there we go. My wish has been granted. Blink coming out for our Protoss player, as well as quite a few more gateways. Going to be going up to a pretty heavy gateway count so far. And what do we see? A Ghost Academy. Are we going to get the pleasure of seeing nukes? That will be the question. +1 ship weapons coming down. Just to make sure that those Vikings trade extremely effectively against these Colossi. As well as a Mobius reactor, and this will allow them to, in fact, have a ton of energy for EMP, and if Polt does decide to move into personal cloaking, which I would suggest, a triple drop does look like it's going to attempt to come down here from Polt, and are we going to see some Ignite Afterburners shenanigans dropping up into the main, but it does look like Kitty is privy to this information, or is at least suspectant of it. Polt decides, no, probably not the best place to. And this is why a lot of people actually pick these 3 bases versus this one as their third. It's a little bit harder to bounce from here all the way to your main in here, and Jesus, that Artosis pylon. +3 weapons, as well as +2 ship weapons coming down. Medvacs now pouring out onto the field, +3 armor. That factory almost got picked off. Just a couple more shots and it will in fact be on fire. That way you just don't have to worry about it, because it will never make it back in time unless Polt decides to call down a mule, which would be a waste. IMO. Third command center coming down. Excuse me there. Does look like we are gearing up for a fairly large engagement. A ton of Bioforces coming out. Look at the Viking count. 14 Vikings already out on the field for Polt. Holy Lord. He's going to try and snipe this off, and with this many Vikings, these Colossi are going to just fall so quickly. As we can see, 2 have already fallen, along with the Mothership Core, a third going down as well. And now coming up into the natural, and this is a very awkward position for Kitty to be in. These Colossi, though, do a ton of damage if they can stay up. 1 is about to go down as well, and in fact 2 do stay up, so now they are going to be able to slice through this file pretty effectively. But man, these Marauders just tearing through everything that Kitty has, and the supplies are fairly even, but now all of the very good high DPS units from Kitty are in fact down. This factory finally going to die. 4th coming up for Kitty, but quite far behind the 4th of Polt, as we can see with the mule farm going down. +3 weapons, as well as +3 weapons and +3 armor coming down for the Terran player. Personal cloaking as well. And are we going to get the ever elusive nuke? Big engagement coming down here as well. Again, it does look like Kitty's going to have to disengage. Polt has too much on an army. Would like to see maybe some force fields. Cut this army in half, but pretty even engagement so far, back and forth quite a lot, but this is the only army that Kitty has. And yes, she's reinforcing her, they're reinforcing quite heavily right now, but look at how much bio is already out, as well as some medvacs, some more Vikings, ghosts out on the field. Have to have a feeling that this is slightly going into the favor of Polt. I'd like to see some stimmed bio come up here. And even down here, a DT going out, and Hellokitty loving this DT play for the most part. Storm coming down for our Protoss player. That's going to be super effective. Not to quote Pokemon, but is going to be very, very, very effective against such an easily clumpable army. Even with these medvacs, they can all sort of fit into like 2 storms. The macro out of Polt is just so good. Does look like another command center. Not sure if it's going to be like some sort of planetary right here to start making more choke points. We shall see. Ignite Afterburners being used on these 4 full medvacs. Marines and Marauders more than likely going to be dropped somewhere over here in the main. Yes, it does in fact look like right there in the main. This army is not going to be in position to stop this, especially with kind of how far over you can come. You can actually squeeze your medvacs in here and then just loop around into the back. Tons of scans being thrown down from Polt just to make sure that the army's not there. And now we see a huge drop. DTs, yes, but that's not going to be enough. All sorts of tech, Templar tech, Dark Shrine is going to go down as well. Oh, and now all the Templar tech has in fact been boarded out. Tons of Zealots though. Does look like Polt's not even going to worry about trying to micro-ignite Afterburners. Going to be dropping over in what looks like possibly the 3rd base. No, just the natural. Going to have that cleaned up pretty effectively. 2 planetaries coming out as well as a ton of ghosts, so EMPs will be crucial. But now, I don't believe that the Templar tech was able to in fact finish off Storm. And now there's no ability to even make any sort of High Templar. So even if it was finished off, well, it's really bad. Terran building armor is coming down. Neo steel structures would be cool as well. Quite a lot of Vikings out. I mean, there's only 3 Colossi, and with good EMPs, should be able to shred through this quite quickly. Great EMPs coming down on the front of this army. Those Colossi do both all 3 fall. Oh my gosh, that is not good. So now all of the Colossi falling, and Storm not even really being effective. Snipe going down on the High Templar. And now Polt is just going to go ahead and go forward. Still quite a few storms available from this High Templar. Oh no, in fact they will all have storms in just a second. Very, very, very good game so far. One wrong, getting into the region of the 30-minute mark. And usually TVP at this point, for the most part, is over. We don't see too many games last this long. This is very cool. Wondering if Polt is going to possibly go for like some sort of... Oh my gosh, and huge snipes coming down, hitting off all of the Templar. EMP's going down as well. Look at how there's literally 2 units with shields still left. EMPs were money. Tons of EMPs coming down as well to take out all of the shields for those zealots. This is not looking good for Kitty. He's back into a corner. And now this bio stemming up. We do see the supply dropping crazy fast for Kitty. And the G is called. Very good game so far. Polt expanding all over the place. His economy was just too great for that of Kitty. Kitty was held to just 4 bases, whereas Polt was now basically on 6. Never a position you want to be in, 2 bases behind. The supply count actually exactly double that for the most part. And yeah, Polt just with superior macro, a couple better engagements here and there, some money EMPs not allowing any of the storms to go down, and Hellokitty does have to call the GG. Do hope you guys enjoyed the games though. So far, very good games. Hellokitty not always coming out on top, but still showing hell of a lot of skill. Yeah, let me know if you guys are enjoying them as well. You can check me out at any